Good morning, Novi, and welcome back to the Cat's Eye News. I'm Tae-Hoon Kim.
And I'm Renee Boudreau. The yearbooks are officially in and will be distributed at all lunches today and tomorrow. Seniors, make sure you pick up your yearbook before you leave. The senior picnic is coming up on Wednesday after school from 1 to 3 p.m. at ITC Sports Park at 8 Mile and Pier. Food and games will be provided.
Last summer, senior Shun Okamoto started a clothing brand. Here's Akrm with the story.
I pretty much just design clothing however I want, whenever I want. How I brainstorm is I just watch cartoons, I watch TV, I watch documentaries also, a lot of art documentaries, and sometimes I just do nothing because sometimes when I'm just by myself, it just comes to me. I was really into clothing and I still am, and I just sort of thought why not just make my own clothing line? It's just really intriguing to me. So my clothing line is pretty much just inspired the youth. So I want people to see me as a kid who, made something from nothing, just from a thought to a whole line. And pretty much, I find peace in making clothing. When I make a piece, I sort of feel proud of myself for making it. I myself made it. And just seeing my crafts come alive, it's amazing. My friends were a big part in making all of this. Pretty much from the beginning, I just always they were always there for me. And they always told me no, don't give up and keep doing this, even though I started to see no future in it. So yeah, they're pretty much my backbone. I turn people's doubts about me into sort of an inspiration. It's kind of like gas for a car. It's also the same for my haters. The more they just dwell all the time on trying to put me down, that just gives me so much more inspiration to make more. I'm not going to say it's the easiest thing in the world because it isn't. It took me 2 years to plan this and I've only just now started on it last year. So my advice is if you're going to make something, whether it's just some other business or a clothing line as well, don't just jump right into it. Make sure you have enough money. Make sure that you know where you're headed. Because if you don't, then you're going to find yourself out of money and out of ideas really quickly. I have plans to collaborate with another clothing creator who actually goes to our school. Her name is Kennedy Owens. Her stuff is amazing and I'm actually really looking forward to working with her soon.
If you would like to place an order, you can contact Sean at the information listed on the screen.
Link-Crew applications for next school year are now available in all offices, including Mrs. Pendercraft, Mrs. Jones, and Mrs. Evans' classrooms. The Muslim Student Association is collecting money to purchase blankets for the homeless people at the Gay Center of Hope in Pontiac. To donate, bring $5 to Mrs. Hadley in room 239 by Wednesday, May 22nd. For more information, check their Instagram page at nhs.msa.
Assistant Principal Ron Kane emailed all students last week with a link to a school climate survey. Here's more about it.
Hi, I'm Suniti and I'm a 10th grader here at Novi High School. I've helped in a certain group create a survey and look it over. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about what the survey is going to be like. So Novi School District has created this survey for your benefit. We value student voice and we hope we can use your input and suggestions to improve school environment. Please try your best to answer honestly and sincerely. We just want to make sure you're an important part in improving student life at Novi. Thank you.
Japanese Club is having their end of the year party tomorrow after school. There will be chocolate fondue and a Jeopardy-style trivia game with prizes. The fondue costs $2, but the trivia is free to play. Tomorrow is also the first military signing event to honor seniors who are committed to the military, so it will be a red, white, and blue spirit day for the whole school.
Senior Jamie Fu, who is on her way to MIT, attended a research camp in New York last summer. Here's her story.
Last summer, I was a part of a research program called the Simon Summer Research Program at Stony Brook University. And so over the summer, I did research in the Department of Radiology and Department of Computer Science and Department of Biomedical Informatics, where I essentially created a machine learning model that can automatically segment breast cancer lesions in axillary lymph nodes. in patients' MRI scans who are diagnosed with breast cancer. There's kind of two parts to working in biomedical informatics. You have to understand the data, so this was the MRI scans and breast cancer. The other side is basically understanding how to program an actual machine learning model. So what I used was a machine learning framework called Google TensorFlow. And so Google TensorFlow is basically, it's just like a machine learning framework that you can write on top of, or that you can use on top of Python that allows you to essentially like design a machine learning model.
You know, it's interesting. A lot of times in science, we have people who are experts in their particular field. For example, right now, radiology and looking for breast lesions and lesions in the lymph nodes. And these radiologists were really strong at doing that with MRIs. However, their computer science background wasn't very strong, and so, or their machine learning background. And what Jamie can do that many others can't is bring those two things together.
That's all for your school news today. Now over to Drake with sports.
This weekend, the Novi varsity tennis team qualified for states for the 16th year in a row, finishing second overall at regionals. Their next stop at states is Midland. The track team also had a lot of state qualifiers this weekend. The 4x800 relay team of White, Gustitis, Madej, and Brown will all move into states after earning a time of 7 minutes and 44 seconds. Brian Yu from the 300 hurdle, CC Steck from shot put and discus, and Blake Madej with the 1600 meter will move on to states too. After being named Metro Detroit Athlete of the Week by MLive, Miles Brown became the regional champion in the 800. He set a new school record with a time of 1 minute and 52 seconds. The varsity baseball team beat the KLAA East champions this weekend at a KLAA crossover game. The score was 4-1. Starting pitcher Grant Patel kept the Livonia Stevenson Spartans to 4 hits. Drew O'Connor retired the last 2 hitters in the bottom of the 7th inning to close the game. That's all for your sports report. Now over to Tay and Renee.
We'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Renee Boudreau.
And I'm Taehoon Kim. Have a good day, Novi.